497 46 Luders E. et al. 2006 Gender Effects on Cortical Thickness and the Influence of Scaling Hung Brain Map 7 4 314-24 47 Luders E. et al. 2004 Gender Differences in Cortical Complexity Net Neuropsy 7 Bay 799-800 48 Ingo-Haliker M. et al. 2004 Sex Differences in the Structural Connectome of the Human Brain PNAS EM 11 823 49 Java V. et al. 2010 Infants' Preferences for Toys, Colors, and Shapes, Sex Differences and Similarities, Arch Sex Behave, 30 1261-73 Wu-Ling Hassett, J.M. et al. 2008 Sex Differences in Rhesus Monkey Toy Preferences Parallel Those of Children, Horn Behave, 54 359-64 Wu-Yao, Gautier, C.T. et al. 2009 Sex and Performance Level Effects on Brain Activation During a Verbal Fluency Test, a Functional Magnetic Resonance Imaging Study, Cortex, Sorjuhan, Her, 164-76 Walter, Amons, K. et al. 2007 Gender-Specific Left-Right Asymmetries in Human Visual Cortex, J. Neuropsy, 17 135-64 53 Elliot L. 2.11 The Trouble with Sex Differences, Neuron, 7 895-8 54 Moreau D. 2013 Differentiating two from three-dimensional mental rotation training effects, QJEXP Cycle, 66 7 1399413 55 Newboer, A.C. et al. 2010 Two versus Three-dimensional presentation of mental rotation tasks, sex differences and effects of training on performance and brain activation, intelligence, 38 529-39 Wu-Liu New J. et al. 2007 Spatial Adaptations for Plant Foraging, Women Excel in Calories Count, Prague, Biosci, 274 2679-84 Wu-Qi Marx, D.M. et al. 2013 No Doubt About It, When Doubtful Role Models Undermine Men's and Women's Math Performance Under Threat, JSOC Cycle, 153 4259 18 Sommer, I. et al. 2008 Sex Differences in Handedness, Asymmetry of the Planum Temporally in Functional Language, Lateralization, Brain Mass, 17788 Wu-Ning-Mao, Mr. et al. 2007 Are Women Really More Talkative Than Men? Science, 317 5834 82 60 Clements Stevens, A.M. et al. 2009 Developmental Sex Differences in Basic Visual Spatial Processing, Differences in Strategy Use, Urasilet, 440 Sun, 155-60 Yao Shewitz, B.A. et al. 191 Sex Differences in the Functional Organization of the Brain for Language, Nature, 37 607-9 62 Alexander, G.M., 2003 An Evolutionary Perspective of Sex-Typed Toy Preferences, Pink, Blue, and the Brain, Arch Sex Behave, 32 714 Liu Cui-Xiumang, L.D., 2.04 A Role for Synaptic Plasticity in the Adolescent Development of Executive Function, Transal Psychiatry, 3 1-C8 64 http www The Geheimjogging 6 Bremer Y. et al. 2012 Working Memory Training in Younger and Older Adults, Training Gains, Transfer, and Maintenance, Frontham Neurosci, 56 Shipstead Z. et al. 2012 Is Working Memory Training Effective? Cycle Bull, Ian 4 628-54 671 A.M. et al. 2010 Putting Brain Training to the Test, Nature, 4 775-8 68 Li H. et al. 2012 Performance gains from directed training do not transfer to untrained tasks, Acta Cycle, AMS, 30 146-58 6 Yingwei et al. 2012 Memory Training Impacts Short-Term Changes in Aging White Matter, a longitudinal diffusion tensor imaging study, Hung Brain Map, 33 2394-106 70 Massa, L.J., Mayer, R.E., 2.0 Testing the ATI hypothesis. Should multimedia instruction accommodate verbalizer visualizer cognitive style, learning and individual differences? The Fool, 321-35. 71 Constantine F., Baker S., 2.0 Stimulus modality and verbal learning performance in normal aging, Brain Lang, Beijing, Sin, 296-311. Tuner, Pashler H. et al. 2D08 Learning Styles Concepts and Evidence, Psychological Science in the Public Interest, Yale, Sin, 105-19. 73 Belanger M. et al. 2D Brain Energy Metabolism, Focus on Astrocyte Neuron Metabolic Cooperation, Cell Metab, Fu, Liu, 724-38. 74 Gaucher et al. 2D Sun, Somatotopic Astrocytic Activity in the Somatosensory Cortex, Glia, 61, 4, 601-10. 75 Nauke, 2.10 Myelination and Support of Axonal Integrity by Glia, Nature, Fu MVA, 提醒资源图之一 244-52. 76 Schwartz M. et al. 2013 How do immune cells support and shape the brain in health, disease, and aging? J. Neurosci, 33 41 1758796. 77 Boker H. et al. 2008 The Runner's High, Opioidergic Mechanisms in the Human Brain, Cerebral Cortex, 18 11 2523-31. 78 Brunzil AW, Trudilino, Kappa Opioid Receptor Signaling and Brain Reward Function, Brain Residential Rev, 12 Ian Tushi-46. Chino Xiao et al. 2.10 Sleep drives metabolite clearance from the adult brain, Science, 40 61-6, 373-7. 80 Decomanes, Born J. 2010 The Memory Function of Sleep, Net Rem Neurosci, 1 2 114-26. 81 Vanderhelm E. et al. 2.11 REM sleep depotentiates amygdala activity to previous emotional experiences, Kerr Bile, 21 23 2029-32. 82 Baron B. et al. 2012 Processing of Emotional Reactivity and Emotional Memory over Sleep, J. Neurosci, 32 3 1035-42. 84 Witt A.V. et al. 2.13 Long-chain omega-3 fatty acids improve brain function and structure in older adults, cerebral cortex, doi, 10.1093 Circe BT 163. 84 Van Gelder, B.M. et al. Hurley 07 Fish consumption, and some fatty acids, and subsequent why cognitive decline in elderly men, the Zupf elderly study, M.J. Klinner, 85 4 1142年7月. 85 Dennis I. et al. Hurley 13 Omega-3 fatty acids in brain residues tends to aging in stress, body of evidence and possible mechanisms, aging residential rev, her, 7994. 86 Posse, M.P. et al. Hurley 13 Cocoa polyphenol enhance positive mood states, but not cognitive performance, a randomized, placebo-controlled trial, J. Psychopharmacol, 27 418. 87 Vandero C. et al. Hurley 13 Dietary levels of pure flavonoids improve spatial memory performance and increase hippocampal brain-derived neurotrophic factor, PLOS1, byte, 1, 88 Velas, B. et al. 2.12 Long-term use of standardized ginkgo biloba extract for the prevention of Alzheimer's disease, GUIDH, a randomized placebo-controlled trial, Lancet Neural, 851-9. 89 Laws, K.R. et al. Hurley is ginkgo biloba a cognitive enhancer in healthy individuals? A meta-analysis, Hum Psychopharmacol, 37 527-33. 90 Remkart M. et al. Hurley 14 The Myth of Cognitive Decline, Nonlinear Dynamics of Lifelong Learning, Chao Kong Sai, 542. 91 Franklin P.W., Long-term PB, 2001. The Organization of Recent and Remote Memories, Net Rem Neurosci, 1193. 92 Sharon S., Coquelin E., 2010. Divided Representation of Concurrent Goals in the Human Frontal Lobes, Science, 3 July, 1976-4663. 93 Watson J.M., Strayer D.L., 2.10, Supertaskers, profiles an extraordinary multitasking ability. Psychon Bull Rev. 7, 4, 47985. 94. Strayer DL. Drews FA. 707. Cell phone induced driver distraction. Current directions in psychological science. Psychol Sci. 12831. Yofu Sendamatsu, DM et al. 2013. Who multitasks and why? Multitasking ability, perceived multitasking ability, impulsivity, and sensation seeking. PLOS 1, byte, 1-15402. 96. Offer E et al. 2009. Cognitive control and media multitaskers. Procnal Academic Sci USA. Yandelis, Sci 7, 11583-7. 97. Strayer, DL et al. 2013. Gender invariance in multitasking. A comment on Montilla. 2013. Psychol Sci. 24, 1-809-10. 98. Rizzolatti G. Sinigaglia C. 2.10. The functional role of the parietal frontal mirror circuit, interpretations and misinterpretations. Nat Rem Neurosci. 1-4-474. 99. http www TED Talks vs 下划线 Ramachandran 下划线 the 下划线 neurons 下划线 at 下划线 shift 下划线 civilization .html 100 Kilner JM Lemon RN 2. What we know currently about mirror neurons, Kurbile, Turduson, are 1057-62. 101 Malemberg, P. et al. 2. Brain regions with mirror properties, a meta-analysis of 125 human fMRI studies. Neurosci BioBehav Rev. 35, E. 341-9. 102 Milkamel R. et al. 2.10 Single neuron responses in humans during execution and observation of actions. Kurbile, 10, by 756. 103 Hickok, G. Hauser M. 2010. Miss. Understanding Mirror Neurons. Kurbile, 20, 14, 25934. 104 Hickok G. 2009. 8 Problems for the Mirror Neuron Theory of Action Understanding in Monkeys and Humans. G. Kong Neurosci. 11, 7, 122943. 105 Umelta, M.A. et al. 2001 I Know What You Are Doing. A Neurophysiological Study, Neuron, 31, 155-65. 106 Hacker H. et al. 2.1 Mirror Neuron Activity During Contagious Yawning, an fMRI Study, Brain Imaging Behav, 7, 2834. 107 Norcia I. Paladi E. 2011 Young Contagion and Empathy in Homo Sapiens, PLOS 1, 6, 12, 12842. 108 Boring, E.g., EA Intelligence as the Tests Tested, New Republic, 36, 30-7. 109 Gottfredson, L.S., E.A. Mainstream Science on Intelligence, an editorial with 52 signatories, History and Bibliography, Intelligence, 24, E. 1323. 110 Deary, I.J. et al. 2010 The Neuroscience of Human Intelligence Differences, Nat Rem Neurosci, E. Sun, 20111. 111 Fiskak M. 2007 The Flynn Effect and Its Relevance to Neuropsychology, J. Clin EXP Neuropsychol, 29, 1429. 112 Deary, I.J. et al. 2009 Genetic Foundations of Human Intelligence, Hung Genet, Ian 26, E. 21532. 113 Cole, PK, 2.04 Early Language Acquisition, Cracking the Speech Code, Nat Ram Neurosci, 1, E. 831-43. 114 Paraniti, Abudulaba J. Hardy-Lingua. The Neural Basis of First and Second Language Processing, Kurt Opin Neurobial, Tripla, 2, 2026. 115 AM et al. 2.09 High consistency of regional cortical thinning in aging across multiple samples, Cerebral cortex, and 2000.